How many times have you blown an account because you were simply bored and wanted to place a trade? How many times did you have nothing planned after New York opens? You're in a Discord call with your friends, and then they all leave, and you go, all right, have a good one, and you just stay on the computer because you have nothing else to do. It's the dopamine. This video, I'm going to be talking about how to schedule out over trading as an issue. There's some problems in trading which, as disciplined as you are, it's very hard to just willpower these things out of your trading plan. So one of the things you can do is kind of cultivate your environment and your routine and your schedule around trading to make it easier to fall in to these good habits. Especially on your bad days, right? Especially think about your worst days, your worst mental, your sleep's bad, and you're on charts. This process is going to help you filter out those bad days and help you build your equity curve, help you win more trades, right? And lose less. So how to practically do this, and this is from experience, this is how I do it, is I'll either, for me, going to the gym after my trading session ends at 11 is a must. Now, it's one thing to say like, okay, well, that also takes discipline, right? You're going to the gym, like that's a good idea of scheduling your gym session right after trading, but it still takes discipline. I also schedule my work to avoid trading days, but I schedule it at night. So what this essentially does is I have time to trade, eat, go to the gym, come home, eat, shower, and I have to go right to work. My schedule doesn't allow time to sit there and overtrade because I'm going to miss my gym session. I don't want to miss my gym session. So that's the first idea, is to schedule, or maybe you can go to work right after trading. Schedule your calendar so you have to go to work at 12, so you only have time to trade till 11, or whatever time it is, whatever time zone you're in, whatever session, and then you only have time to eat and go right to work. A little too excited there. So that's one. So you can schedule your work around it. You can schedule your gym routine around it, which is very useful, like a run, lift, whatever. Another thing is caffeine, right? So you can actually leverage your addiction. I don't smoke nicotine. I don't do anything like that. You could probably do the same thing, but I wait to have my caffeine, or at least I try to most days, to have my caffeine after my lift, because when I'm in the morning, right, you're craving caffeine. I'm craving caffeine. We want to drink caffeine. If you're addicted to it, you drink it every day. I wait until after I don't keep it in my house. I have to go out and get it, right? And whatever you want to buy in bulk, but I drink energy drinks, and it's as at the store that's halfway to the gym, which makes it even easier to go to the gym because I really want to get caffeinated, right? You start to feel it at like 11, at like the afternoon time. You've been up for a few hours. You're like, damn, I haven't had my caffeine yet. I want that. Since it's not in the house, I have to go out and get it. It's a huge pull to just be like, all right, I'm hopping off charts, getting my caffeine, going to the gym, having a great day. It makes it so much easier, and then I have work later. Right, so now I've cultivated my schedule in a way where it's kind of hard to sit there and overtrade. Whereas before, when I worked less and when I would go to the gym like later at night, and I would buy huge cases of caffeine, or I'd have coffee or something. Right, the caffeine's at my house. I'm going to the gym way later. I don't have work that day probably because I'm only working a few days a week. When my schedule was like that, when I had a filled up busy schedule, dude, I would just sit on charts. I would cope and say like, oh, well, I'm learning, and it's like I'm understanding the market more, and I'm doing some more like overtime analysis. Dude, it's all cope. Build your schedule so you have the least hours on chart as possible. Even if you're a beginner, dude, you don't really need like this idea of like a lunch hour or PM viewing to get better at trading. Dude, it's not real. Don't watch Asia. Don't watch any session that's not yours, because there's a thing in boxing where they say if you learn the jab, or if you learn like a move the wrong way, it's actually harder for that person to later on do it the right way as somebody who's starting out, because you get those reps in with the wrong form, right? Or you're throwing a jab like that, or something stupid, right? You're doing a bad form punch. You now have to say you do that 500 times, all right? And then you learn how to do it the right way on your 500th wrong jab, orthodox. The person who's just starting out, if they do 500 right punches, now they have 500 reps in their repertoire. You doing it 500 times the wrong time, you're now going to have to do it 500 times the right time just to even out the bad habit. So now you're at net zero. Where was I going with that? What was the point? What was the story? I don't know. Oh yeah, so that's why I'm saying you should only really monitor your session of trading. If your hours are 9:30 to 10:30, which is completely fine. Mine's 9:30 to 11. Don't look at other times of the trade. Don't even have it on your phone. If you trade on your laptop, don't have TradingView on your phone. That's another thing. That's another point. Don't have that shit. Why do you have it on your phone? You say, okay, I'm gonna trade on my computer because it's better to like do the analysis and whatever. Dude, don't have TradingView on your phone. It's a trap. It's so easy to just log into TradeVate and overtrade while you're in the car, at the gym. Just delete it, bro. Even if you trade on your phone sometimes and you prefer it, buy a laptop, invest in a laptop, use the computer, go to the library, I don't care, bro. Just don't trade on your phone. Leads to overtrading, leads to bad habits. Don't do it. So we've structured our schedule with our work and our gym and our exercise and our maybe you do reading right after, right? You read like your Bible or something right at 11. Schedule it, right? And really put an emphasis on the timing aspect. It's not just that you're reading at 11. It's that you have to read it's not just that you're reading, right? You say I'm reading at 11, right? Put an emphasis at time. So you can schedule your. You get the point. I'll stop blabbing about that. So we have schedule, TradingView app, bad. And this won't fix it completely, but this is just like if you're building your environment in a way that's set up for you to win. And the last thing I was going to talk about is kind of like similar to the caffeine where you're craving it, is what is hunger? What is hunger in your body? Hunger is just a spike in ghrelin at the same time that you eat every day. And then whether you eat or not, it goes away within like 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Right, so the hunger comes according to when you usually eat, right? Your body knows what times you usually eat. It'll spike a hormone. Whether you eat or not, it doesn't matter, right? So you can fast. So what you should do, what I would recommend heavily is to fast. Not only is your brain sharper when you're fasting because you're not digesting food, right? It takes a lot of your juice to digest food, but also this, right? If you fast and then you eat right when you're supposed to get off, like let's say you get off at 11, you make a meal at 11:15. Or even 10:50 or whatever, right when you get off, your ghrelin will spike right around the time when you're supposed to get off. So you'll have a schedule tailored to this, and you'll get a little hunger spike right when you're supposed to get off, right? So now you're kind of biohacking your natural functions to stop overtrading because you're hungry and you're craving caffeine and you're supposed to get off charts anyway. So now that natural, just like neutral, the caffeine's here, the food's here, you have nothing to do later. It's so easy to stay in front of charts. But now you're hungry, craving caffeine, and you're on a time crunch. Dude, you are set up to win in that environment. That'll curb your overtrading by a lot. If you don't have a job, bro, get a job. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I was going to say for the video. So that's helped me tremendously, is scheduling out. I'll tell you what I do. For me, I fast until I don't have a meal until right after 11. I go out to this, and then on the way to the gym, I'll stop at the convenience store, grab a Ghost, and then I'll go work out, and then I'll come and shower and eat, and then I usually go to work. I try to fill up my schedule as much as possible, because I'm not making a full income off trading yet, right? Like I'm not making a full living off trading, so why not work as much as possible to cover the evaluation fees and the rest of my life? Whereas I could cope and easily say like, oh, I'll only work 3 days a week because that'll help me focus on my trading and my content or whatever. When it's like, dude, you should probably just, if you're an unprofitable trader and this is what you're trying to do, you're not in school, you should be working like at least 6 days a week, like 5 days a week at least, ideally like 6, even 7. Dude, you don't like need this rest time. If you have time for the gym and trading, dude, you can work every night. Like it's not a big deal, right? People have gone through worse. So that's the video. Scheduling out your bad habits, environment, setup, bang. Good luck, good trading.